Hello everyone, my name is Lalit Sharma and this video I'm making is for my final presentation for the Business Intelligence Analysis class. For this assignment, we're going to talk about a business proposal, like we have to create a business proposal for a business that we can start. But we will talk about it at the end of the video. First of all, I want to talk about all the data sets that I found and everything so that you can get a pretty much good idea that what the data set is about, and it will help you guys understand why the business I chose. So let's talk about getting the data. Like always, I am getting the data from data.world. I like their website a lot. It has some good data sources and the data there is really relevant. And the data set that I got is regarding video game sales across different part of country and also the global sales. Why I chose this data set is because I love playing games and I was just interested in the sales of those things. And my business is related to games as well. Okay, now let's talk about filtering the data. So, like always, you're gonna filter the data again. What I did basically for filtering is there were a lot of empty fields or null values in my data set that I got from data.world. So I exchanged them from 0 so that my data set doesn't have any null values. And this is the thing I got after I filter the data. As you can see here is all the values that were null before are now 0. Now I guess every one of you guys know how to create a pivot table, but even if you don't, I will show you guys when I go into the detail. I'm just showing you guys what you can expect in the entire presentation. So this is the pivot table. After that, I created 2 pivot charts. After that, I went to the pandas. We have to create some visualizations using Jupyter Notebook as well. As everyone knows that for using the Jupyter Notebook and creating the visualizations in there are the charts, we have to import the pandas. So in this slide, I'm showing you guys how that I imported the pandas and loaded the database using this command. And as you can see here is there were a lot of this is the data set I got. After that, we have to create a chart. So for this exercise, I'm using a scatter plot chart, and this is the chart I got. And don't worry, I will show you everything in detail. I will go to the app and I will show you these things. And the Pareto chart. Pareto chart is really important for part of our course, and this is the Pareto chart that we have to create. This is one of the 2 Pareto charts I've created in the assignment. One is in the Jupyter Notebook and the other one is in the Tableau, and you will see that slide as well. And this is the Pareto chart I created, and I will show you the details when I go into the Jupyter Notebook. I'm using both the Tableau and Power BI for this assignment. I was thinking of using only the Tableau, but then I found out that Tableau doesn't have DAX, and one of the requirements for this presentation was that we are supposed to use DAX. So I had to use Power BI as well. So basically, I'm using Power BI just for the fact that I need to show the DAX. And this is the DAX I created, average sales and max sales. Now let's talk about the Power BI dashboard. This is the Power BI dashboard that I got. And let's talk about the Pareto chart as well. This is the Pareto chart I created in the Tableau. It was also a requirement that we need a Pareto chart in both the Jupyter Notebook as well as in the Tableau or Power BI. So I created one in Tableau. And this is in the end is the dashboard for Tableau, and I will show you guys everything in detail. This is the reference where I got the data set. This is the link for Jupyter Notebook, like the HTML link, and that's the end of our slides. And the business proposal is at the starting of the slides, and I will show you business proposal at the end of the video, that what is my business proposal. But I want to show you guys what kind of data sets I'm using and all the visualization so that you can get the better understanding of the data, and that it will help you guys understand the business proposal. Now let's talk about the Jupyter Notebook first. Like I told you guys that I have to import a pandas library for work, for Jupyter Notebook to work properly. So I imported the pandas library, and then I loaded the data set from my wherever my file was. So my file was in download section, and this is the name of the files. After that, as you can see here, is this is the data set, and as you can see here, there are a lot of null values or nan values. So what I did was I filled all the nan values with 0, and as you can see here is all the nan values are exchanged with 0. Why I did that? I don't want any null values in my data set. It doesn't seem professional. I use the info command just for the fact that I wanted to see how many rows and columns are there in the row in this data set, and how many are non-null values. And as you can see here is it shows you how many fields are null and how many are not null. So for this exercise, I'm using the scatterplot chart. So first of all, I imported all the libraries I need to create a chart, plot like charts. After that, I'm using publisher and global sales. And the good thing about this thing is, so if you move one of these things, it will adjust the other one according to it. So for example, I go towards like activism or electronic arts, is adjusting the sales according to it, and the same goes for sales. If I adjust the sales, it will adjust according to the company as well. After that, I told you guys that we have a second requirement of creating a Pareto chart. So this is for the Pareto chart. I imported all the libraries I need for Pareto. After that, I wanted to use only the top 10 fields from my data set. After that, I did the same thing again, filled all the nan values with 0. I wanted to have the values in the descending order, and I was just going through all the commands that I can do that. So I ran this command to see if the command is working, and it was, luckily. And then in the end, I used created a chart. So as you can see here is I'm using the name field and the sales field. Sales field is and I created a sales field chart, you can say command. And at the end, I gave the Pareto chart a title, a label on the x-axis and a y-axis, so that we can know the chart better. And everything, every chart needs to have a title on it, so that we can understand that chart better, that what that chart is representing. And next, we're going to talk about the Excel. Let's go towards it. Okay, now let's talk about the Excel. I got the dataset from data.world. I uploaded the dataset into Excel, opened the dataset into the Excel, and this dataset is now filtered, like filtered dataset. So I have removed all the null fields, and I have updated them with 0. So this is a cleansed data, and I can use it to make my charts and everything. For I created a pivot chart, pivot table using it. So what I did was I went here, selected the entire thing and selected the entire thing, went in here and clicked on pivot table. I'm not going to do it again, but you guys already know that how to create one. I just wanted to show you guys one more time. And I got a pivot table with all the fields that were in my data set. I selected the fields, and then I can just click on the tables, and the Excel will create a table for me. I can choose any kind of table I want. I created two kind of tables from these things. I created two pivot tables, and then I created two pivot charts. A pivot chart. So this is the pivot chart I created. So there are two charts in it. And as you can see here is one is according to this total sales according to platform and according to year. And I have put a title. I have customized the title according to myself, so that people can see the title and they know what that chart represents. I have also renamed all the sheets here so that I know what field is what. Now let's go to the Power BI. I guess everyone knows how to get the data in Power BI or load the data into the Power BI, but I will still show you guys how to do it. Just go to get data, and whatever kind of data set you're using, just upload it. Once I uploaded the data set, as I told you guys that I'm only using the Power BI for the reason that I have to use the DAX. So I created 3 DAX, average sales. There is the command for that. or the formula for that, maximum sales and minimum sales. And I created a visualization using all three fields. I used a visualization for number of users according to platform, sales according to year, and different sales by genre. And the good thing about this thing is it is interactive. So if I go into one of these, all other things are gonna change according to it. See, that is so I like this thing so much, and this thing is actually pretty cool. And as you can see here there is all the data that we need. Now let's go to the Tableau and we will talk about everything in Tableau in detail. And as you can see here this is the maximum sales in millions, this is the minimum sales, and this is the average sales. The field is really small, so I'm having a hard time clicking it, or there's the average field. Let's go to the Tableau. So this is my Tableau dashboard. Let's talk about the Tableau. So I have to create the sheets here. So I created the sheets, and this is my sheet 1, and there are sales according to genre, sales according to year, number of users and total sales, sales number of users according to platform, and then the Pareto chart. I was really excited to create a Pareto chart for this for Tableau because I've never created one, and I was really excited to create one. And I had to go through a dozen of videos so that I can know how to create it. How to create a Pareto chart in Tableau, but it was a fun task for me and I loved it as it is one of my requirements for my class. Now let's talk about the data dashboard. As you can see here all the titles. I have named all the titles according to myself so that I know what table chart is what. And in Power BI 2, as you can see, here is all the titles. I have renamed them all. Now let's talk about the dashboard now. So here this dashboard is also interactive, so it will change according to the whatever I click, it will change according to it. So as you can see here this is one of the things. Here is the sales, and according to I have used the forecast here, and according to it the sales are gonna go up and up. And I'm not surprised by it. Right now people love playing games because games are more fun, I will say, because they have better graphics now, and also there are YouTubers or streamers who are streaming the games and making them more popular, and people are playing more games so that they might start streaming or something and they can earn money in the future. And as you can see here is all the games in the world, people play them all. For example, myself, I love to play games and I play a lot of games. Not right now because of the classes or my school, but I play a lot of games and I play every kind of game. And as you guys know that no one in the world can play the same game for more than, I will say, 2-3 weeks. I cannot. So I guess I'm not the only one in this world. And so this chart is representing the number of users according to each platform, number of sales according to years, and it's gonna go up and up. So my business is related to games and these kind of things, so it's good for me. Sales according to genre and Pareto chart that will show the sales and everything according to platform. Okay, now let's talk about the business proposal that I have prepared. Now let's go to the dashboard. So the business proposal that I have prepared, first of all, the name of the company, Rent a Game. Why I have given this name? Because simply you can tell what the business is gonna be just from the title, Rent the Game. So it's gonna be IT company where a person can rent and sell. I'm just not gonna rent the stuff, but they can sell their games and consoles to another person. This is a price that I think it will take me to develop the app. I am considering $200,000. That is the minimum that according to me it will take me to develop an app and a mobile and version of the app for both iOS and Android, so that people will have access to this thing wherever they are or on whatever platform they are on. Qualifications of bidder, I will say that I have a experience in creating mobile app and web apps, and I have worked in the startup during my co-op, so I'm qualified to start a new business that is related to my field of studies, and so I'm really excited about it. Now let's talk about the business proposal. My name is Lalit Sharma, and I'm a student at Georgian College. I'm almost finished with my studies, and I'm excited about it. Let's talk about the company, Rent a Game. Clients. I will say the client is whoever loves to play games. Whoever has games or whoever loves to play games, they're all my clients. And there is not a specific age group for that. Kid loves to play game, adults love to play game. So I cannot have a proper contact information. If there is anything wrong with the company, you can contact us at this email address. This email address is just sectional for now, but if the company goes on, there will be a email address and there will be someone to support the customers. Now let's talk about table of content. These are all the table of content that I'm going to talk about. So first of all, executive summary. What is an executive summary? This this proposal I'm sending is to get the loan for my business, and also for a final presentation for my class, and also to get some investors into the app. This this proposal is gonna solve all three problems of mine. Now let's talk about statement of the problem, like what the problem clients are facing. All the consoles and games that these companies are launching are expensive. I'm not gonna say really expensive, but they're still expensive. Like for example, a console like a PS4 Pro, it's like $500, and all the games for these consoles start at least $80. Not everyone has that much money to spend on, and also you cannot play the same game for more than 2 weeks. And also in between the game, you might want to change that game on like every other day or third day. So no one has that much money to spend on the games. So what solution we are offering is, for example, I have right now PS4 and Xbox, and I'm not using it for last 2 months, and it's just sitting at my home. So what I can do is I will go on the app. I will see these are the two things I have and also the games I have. I either wanna sell it or wanna rent it, and someone comes to me and through the app and says, okay, I want to rent this thing out. First of all, I'm not using it so I can make money out of it, and the other person, he might not want to spend like $700 on this console, and he can enjoy it for a month for like say $50. So it's good for them. Methodology. So how are we going to solve this problem? So what are we going to do is, first of all, we're going to release a web app for this for the website, like a website for the business. Once the website is out there, people will start using it, and after that we will start developing the mobile apps for both Android and iOS, so that they can have a mobile app on their phone, and if they want to post anything, they can use their mobile phones for that, because they don't want to go to app like website every time. And this is the schedule and benchmark that how we are gonna give the product or launch the product. So on 1st of May, the team will start working on the app. By 15th, the app will be finished. Then for 15 days, we're gonna test the app, and on 30th of July, we'll release the app. From 1st of August, we will start working on both the mobile apps, both for Android and iOS. October 30th, we will finish the app, and by November 15th, from October 13th to November 15th, we will test it, and then we will release the app. These are the cost and payments that are due that we're going to use. And legal is the app has to be used properly. You cannot post stuff that you don't own and everything. and you cannot violate any law in this thing. And both the person who are renting have to sign a contract so that we can safeguard both our clients. That's my business proposal. I hope you guys like it. Thank you very much. Have a good day.